recession and
And
COVID.
we'll be moving forward.
And we'll
I mean,
always
life's
be
just-
and
that's
move
just the way
forward,
life is.
absolutely, and invest in ourselves. And I know Marana is going to benefit by it, especially the leveraging of the ADOT money on your interchanges. So I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm sure you felt the same way I did. Yeah, there were a few things in it I wasn't crazy
Yes.
about, with the last one or the new one. But if you live in Marana, Oro Valley, Saurita, you got to vote. Well, and we did.
Right.
You got to vote for this.
Absolutely. And
We need more road. Like
well,
we needed it 5 years ago.
Yeah,
just to
and
be
you're always behind on investment and infrastructure. And if you took $2.6 billion off the table, I just think that wasn't going to be a good look for us as a region,
Well, that's
as,
it, too.
as we compete against other regions.
Exactly.
Whether it be Phoenix or our comparative communities of Albuquerque and Salt Lake City and Denver and such.
Well, you mentioned Phoenix. They just keep
Oh,
building more and more.
well, and then you go
more.
into Queen Creek or Casa
Yeah.
Grande, and when they start handing us our lunch, as a region, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, we got to invest in ourselves, and thankfully it did. Like, I was shocked by the number.
Yeah,
I'll be
the
honest.
spread.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have predicted 60-40.
I was thinking at best maybe
Well,
55-45,
Well,
and
I always say, like a Super Bowl, if you win by a field goal or 3
1 point.
touchdowns, you're still getting the
Still a
Lombardi
W, yeah.
Trophy, right?
But to win by 20 points,
Yeah.
which, and I'm rounding off.
Absolutely.
That kind of surprised me.
No, again, I was.
But the message got out.
grateful. It did, and I think the message of that there was no cavalry coming to save us at the end of the day. Working with Ted Maxwell and SALC and as the now the chair
Ted,
of ADOT.
Ted moved in to live the dream media.
Yes.
He literally no.
No,
If we had an apartment in the back, he would have lived there.
Absolutely, but it took that, I think, to communicate with our constituent, our residents, that because always the most confusing thing is the RTA is the bank, and it's the municipalities that actually carry out the projects, and some of us deliver them better than others.
Right.
But being, putting the guardrails on, having more frequent communication with our oversight committees.
Well, and having Mayor Tom Murphy.
Well, I don't know how.
Well, it's pretty important.
Well,
your constituents felt the same way.
Yes, yeah.
That's what's cool.
Between Saurita, Green Valley, the yes vote was closer to 69% in our region. So they understood, I think, with all that messaging that Live the Dream Media helped get out, from the fact that if the transit piece wasn't passed, it was going to really hurt the rural areas as far as paratransit and dial-a-ride and those programs.
We live in Oro Valley, and people.
I'm still trying to get over that. That's okay.
Ed was pushing that too, but and we love it. We've been there 25 years.
Well, I call us, the ring of success.
Yeah.
Oro Valley, Marana, Saurita.
Hey, everybody, just hang on a second. Just earmuffs. Is we got to figure out how we do that. Some of this stuff that we're talking about.
Well,
because
that's
you
why
are such an Saurita, and you as a person are such an individual, are such a positive for what we're doing here, and we try to be the same in return.
Absolutely.
For what we're doing. How do we intensify that?
Yeah,
Right?
I think we continually talk about, and I always mention it. When I go to PAG RTA, I figuratively and literally take off my mayor's hat, and put on my region hat, because I do understand that this is a region, and we're competing against other regions.
Exactly.
And if we want to see things like high school graduation rate and employee and growth in our community, we really have to continually think and act like a region.
Right.
Or these businesses have choices, and not only in our area, but more importantly within our state and other states. And if we're not acting like we're firing on all cylinders, they have other choices, and they're going to exercise that choice.
Present company excluded. I feel like, and this is just Clint's opinion, I feel like we have, in some cases, an actual leader given the proper tools.
Yes.
Would you agree with
that?
that?
I do, and also with the right attitude.
Got to have the attitude.
When I was trained as an Air Force recruiter, my trainer always told me, Give me somebody with the right attitude.
Yeah.
I can instill the right aptitude. But if they don't have the right attitude, no matter how smart they may think or not they are, it's very hard. And I never forgot that. And I think it starts, with that.
You're
with
talking
the
Zig
rated.
Ziglar.
Well,
attitude,
aptitude,
exactly
yeah.
right. And you know what? There have been a few times, especially when I was a younger guy, that
You're
I was
still young.
Well, yeah, of course we are. I was so far in over my head, and I knew it. And looking back, I was even further in than what I thought.
Right.
And I remember a couple of times, a couple of older dudes would say to me, "You're going to be fine."
Right.
And I'm like, "What are they?
Well,
I know I can't do it."
Well, they probably saw that
and they saw the attitude. It was like that was kind of the thing.
And you will learn,
I'm
over
willing
time.
to learn.
Absolutely, but
Coach me up.
It's keep that open heart, that open mind, and.
But would you agree though? We've got a leader, and I don't think it's just exclusive to Pima County.
Right.
I think it's kind of across the board. Mothers and fathers.
Right.
That's where true leadership starts, is at home, right?
Absolutely. No, when I was on the school board for many years, I'd be sitting with teachers that would call parents, with kids that were struggling, and I could hear on the other end them say, "Well, you're the teacher. What part do I have in it?" So if you don't believe there's a vested interest, it really does start at home, imparting those good values, which then they carry out into the community itself.
And you mentioned the regional effect. We need to be, and again, our nation as a whole, we've slipped reading, math.
Yes.
Critical thinking we're almost we've almost taken that out of the equation,
Right.
and we're way more.
Well, and that's why I think the way our town council elections work, being nonpartisan, in a very partisan society now, I think that bodes well for us.
Yeah, it does.
Because we can focus on issues and not have to be fighting in our silos.
Yeah.
And then try to convince the folks.
Now you're getting into some stuff I'm going to dig into starting real soon. I'm going to have you on silos, echo chambers, groupthink.
Right. And then I think social media,
it just has put it on steroids.
Steroids, absolutely.
Because you know how it works. You know how social media really works
with the algorithms and
hey, if you're looking at whatever it is,
right, left
you're
or
looking
right.
at boats.
Right. I will learn everything there is about
You're
a boat.
You're going to find out more about boats
and how many are for sale and where they are.
Exactly, 100%.
Yep.
And what we do, and we challenge each other. I want to be around people deliberately that I know. You got to be respectful.
Yes.
I got to be respectful. You got to be. They got to be.
Yes.
But I want to be around people that I know I differ from in my ideology.
Absolutely. Well, I remember the days, and I remember when Satish Hiremath was the mayor
Yes.
of Oro Valley.
Yes.
We would sit around, and he would say, there was a day that if we agreed on 8 out of 10 issues, we would tackle the 8 and then put the 2 aside. And now, if I disagree with you on one issue, I can't talk to you. I won't have lunch with you, and I think that doesn't bode well for us as a as a
I
country.
say the same all the time, except I kind of say it in reverse. Even if we only have one,
right?
We ought to work on that one,
and
then
right?
We'll find what we're
right.
going to
Well,
find
maybe
out.
that second one we're closer than we thought we
wait
were.
a minute. We do agree on this one because
Right.
let me ask you a question. It's a hypothetical. So you're telling me we don't agree on we want a good education for our kids.
Right.
We want a nice job.
Right.
We
Safe
live
community.
In a safe community. We want to live in a nice house, have a decent car, have enough money to go on vacation, right?
Right.
We don't
Right.
as a society agree on all those things.
Right. We
was that 4,
certainly
5,
do.
6 of them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we're already halfway home.
And it's just the path of how you get there. And hopefully, we can come to some common solutions.
Yeah.
Just like you were talking about 418, 419. I knew it wasn't Tom's plan, or it wasn't Clint's plan.
Right, no.
It was a compromise plan that took, 9 different entities to come together. And again, at the end of the day,
countless hours.
Countless.
Countless.
5 years worth of
countless hours. So
working together.
You really wouldn't. You the best we could do would be like ballpark a number.
Right.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Because it's 9 municipalities,
5 years worth of effort to
meeting at least once a month.
Oh yeah.
Not to mention conversations
offline. Yeah.
There's this guy right here. We're hoping this guy right here becomes one of our newest.
Council members. Yes, yeah. We met at an event. Yes,
we've
absolutely.
known this guy for a number of years.
Yeah, I met Robert at.
Stick. Don't go too far.
Yeah, I think it was when the governor came down we met for the first time at the TCC.
Is that right? You remember meeting Tom Murphy
at the TCC? Yes. Yeah. Before.
This is one of the really, really, really good guys.
Oh.
Yeah, one of the. You know what? We're friends, so. But friends don't always say this is the best guy.
Oh.
But you really are, Tom. When we're done here, let's get a date for
Absolutely.
A podcast.
Appreciate it.
Hey, David.
And I'm always proud to be up in Marana.
Yeah. Hey, real quick.
Yes.
I'm going to say I won't mention names, but I was kind of broaching this a minute ago. I had a distractor the other day that I was talking to, and it was all I could do. And I reminded myself, okay, Clint, you just can't get into
Absolutely.
this. It's kind of like that.
For me, it's always take the high road.
Yeah, exactly.
Take the high road.
I just said thank you, have a great weekend,
absolutely.
and went on. But they brought your name up is what got me going. I mean, say anything you want about me.
Well, I'm usually a bigger defender of others than I am of myself.
100%.
We can say what you want about me.
Unless you're attacking my wife.
Well, then it's a whole different level.
Kids, now we're fighting.
No, right.
But
our Christian values go out the window at that point.
And I always say that. I'm fine until somebody just talks disparaging about one of my friends.
Absolutely.
Tom, it's a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure, Clint.
I'm going to get Tony, we're going to take a real quick break. We're going to get Robert on here in just a second. Man, I'm gonna go find some shade. You need a cold water?
No, I'm good. Absolutely.
Hey, thank you. Are we on break?
Mike Bader.
Hi there, I'm Bruce Ash.
Hi, Ed Wilkinson here.
Hi, this is Bob Elliott.
We are Live the Dream Media. Watch and listen to all of our shows Monday through Friday, only on the Live the Dream Media Network.
Hey, you found us on your feed. Are you wondering what Live the Dream Media does? I'm going to explain it to you. Let's go. First and foremost, Live the Dream Media is a premier digital advertising and marketing agency, but that's not all we do. We have also become one of the largest live streaming podcast platforms in the region with our own online radio station and more on the way. Here's the coolest part. Right now, I'm standing in Studio B, where we are getting ready to put together an awesome state-of-the-art studio to continue the growth of this platform. One of the coolest things about Live the Dream Media is we take pride in being flexible. We enjoy the ability to make changes on the fly. If Live the Dream Media is a company you feel interested in working with and want to enjoy the flexibility and all we have to offer with our new podcasting network and our digital advertising abilities, reach out to us at contact@ltdmedia.net. Visit our website, livethedreammedia.com, or check us out on social media.
There's always something worth listening to on the Live the Dream Media Network. Catch Truth and Tell with Blair Lametti and Summer Smeaton on Mondays. Join Ron Arenas for Southwest Flavor every Tuesday and Thursday. Get honest on sobriety, spirituality, and sales with Mike Curry on Tuesdays. And don't miss the Clint Peak Show, airing at various times throughout the week. Plus music all day long. Live the Dream Media. Download the app on the App Store or Google Play and never miss a moment.
Hi, this is Sean McCluskey, co-owner and designated broker for Rincon Ventures. If you're a rental owner by choice...
Hey, welcome back. Oh, you went to Robert. There was Robert right there.
All
Hey,
right.
welcome back to the show. We got Robert Contreras. How do I spell it right?
I always just say Contreras, but yeah, Contreras is how we're supposed to.
How are you, man?
I'm doing good, man.
Thanks for
having
joining
me
us
on.
today.
Yeah.
Hey, you make salsa.
I do, yeah. The sauce boss is what they call me.
The sauce boss.
And I wish I could be here with that today, but instead we have more pressing matters, more urgent priorities. So
what do you got going on today?
So today we're here getting our signatures for town council. So we're a little over that minimum, but you always need a little buffer. So got about 4,000 residents here is what we always get. So should be good to get 100 or 200, and then we'll be submitting Monday, and we'll feel good from there. Then I can get back to next weekend. My son is already begging me. He's like, Dad, we got to go to the market. We got to see. Darcy's the manager, so he's always like, we got to go see my Darcy. And so it's it's awesome. So next weekend we'll be back.
So how old are you?
So 32, I'll be 33 in a couple months.
32,
here.
33. So what compels a 32 or 33-year-old to run for a town council? Because if you look at town council here, predominantly it's pretty, the age range is on the higher end.
Right.
So what has you wanting to do it?
So that's definitely one piece of it, like the role model effect, right? There's not, when we look at the boards and electeds around our region, and this is a credit to them, right? If they weren't doing a good job, then younger people would have been running a lot sooner. So we just find ourselves at a time where, especially here in Marana, we can look and say, okay, we haven't really had that next generation, step up. I'm honored and shocked, to be in the right timing and be the guy that's stepping in. So that's one piece of it. But really, it was where we are in Marana is a crucial, tipping point or pivotal moment for the town. Where, when you and I grew up, we could count the number of stoplights in the entire town on one hand.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And now we have enough stoplights that just from where we're sitting here to the freeway, there's probably half a dozen just to get there.
Yeah.
So the quick numbers are, it's a numbers-driven campaign. We had 5,000 residents in 2000. We had 30,000 residents in 2010. We had 60,000, give or take now. And in the next 2 decades, the state and federal powers want us to look at how we can add another 50 to 60,000 people, which is going to be another 40,000 roofs here in Marana. And what does that look like? And so we're at a pivotal moment where the decisions we're going to make for the next 5 years are going to really set up, are we as successful? If we look back the last 20 years, we didn't expect this growth, but we took it well.
Right.
And we were prepared for it. And so we need to now look at the next 20 years and start to make those same tough decisions and say, okay, roads need to go here, infrastructure needs to go here, set up a great foundation for more families, retirees. I always say I want it to be Marana to continue to be the best small town for families, for seniors, for anybody who wants to live a great quality of life amongst nature, but also have all those joys of amenities of what a town can give you.
That's very reasonable.
Yeah.
I grew up out here, and I do see that there's this push to slow everything down and kind of stop. And I've talked about it on a couple shows. I make it very clear. I'm an independent, right? And in these town council races, they're nonpartisan races.
Yep.
But for whatever reason, the powers that be like to come in and throw their weight around on who they're affiliated with and whatnot. But to run on something where you're trying to slow everything down. I'm here at this Founders Day parade, and I can't help but notice the amount of families here with young kids, and we have young kids, and you want to see them have opportunities to grow. Go to the university in Tucson or what other schools move in, and be able to go into a career field that exists, right? That's here, and it's crazy to me to hear that we don't want that. And it's hard to look at your kids and go, hey, I can't just sit on the sidelines and not work on making this a place where you can stay here and be with us and be close by. Because, I have a lot of friends and family that leave because there's not a lot of opportunities, right? They get out of college and you're looking at working for, a Raytheon, Geico, Caterpillar, school or a nonprofit. Yeah. And that's pretty limiting, right? And we hear people talking about innovation and tech and all kinds of other things, and you're just like, well, let's push it. Right. Let's be the area that literally invents or innovates to the point where we change the world.
Right. With
something, whether it's medically, whether it's something that makes people's lives improved at home with technology, however it may be, right? So it's refreshing to hear somebody young in the race that sees that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all about, the balancing the different needs of a town. And sometimes people think, oh, that's the boring water and power. Yes, it's that. But really, it's the ecosystem of business, parks, schools, right? Are you setting up an environment that families want to participate in, know? And so, we look at the history of Marana, and Marana has had a great story, right? We were a bedroom town, just like many great small towns, we just had a lot of bedrooms. We had a little strip of retail, right? We had our little parts on Ina and Cortero, and that drove a lot of our tax dollars. And because we didn't have a huge infrastructure need, we found ourselves where we were, in the last few years. Great surplus, a great position to look at the next, 20 years. But as a town, matures and you hit these different marks, now that we have 60,000 people here, just like you said, if everyone's driving down to Raytheon, that has a certain impact on what the town is, right? Then everybody's driving and you're losing that time to the commute. You're also using the roads. You're spending on gas. You're spending. So if you're
losing money too, man.
Right.
Sorry to interrupt you,
Yep,
but think about it, right? You want to go get a bite to eat. You're working down at Raytheon,
right?
Okay, you're gonna eat somewhere close to there, right? And people talk about, hey, we really want a good sit-down restaurant here, something up here, especially in Gladden Farms, Well, that's not going to come unless there's enough people going to that consistently, because that entrepreneur has to take that risk to do that. It's not just the government. The government doesn't decide that, hey, we're going to just put a restaurant there, right? There's so much more to it.
What a government can do, and what I think the town is, excited about my race is, I take the approach that maybe we can't legislate certain things, but what we can say is broadcast to the world, Marana is open for business. If you're a small business owner, a small restaurant owner, we want you. And we will do from the town whatever we possibly can to support you in your endeavors. Yeah. And part of that is going to be, the town is going to come out. We're going to support. And so that's what I want to do is, set that. I think we already do that a pretty good amount. The chamber has a great reputation for, we are business friendly, but what is that piece we need to say to certain restaurateurs to say, that somebody's got to be the first.
Yep.
I was talking to some restaurant people earlier this week, and that's what they said. They said, well, yeah, we all agree whoever does it is gonna be, doing great, but who wants to be the first? And I'm like,
yeah.
Tell me the answer. How do I get you to be the first?
Yeah, well, I've heard a couple times that I've talked to some restaurant owners that have spots down on in the Cortero corridor, the Ina corridor, and they explain that they're waiting on a spot to be open that already tried. Right? The one that went in and all the equipment and everything was put in there, because the reality is you got to pay $1 to $2 million to even get the door open. Right? That's a big setback to come back and work off the margins of that. So
that's so true. The world of a $50,000 investment to open up a restaurant is long gone.
It's gone.
So
it's out. So. Well, Robert, it's been a pleasure having you on here today.
Thanks for having me, brother.
We got
it's been
a
an
line
honor.
of guests lining up, so we're going to start cruising through. But I wish you the best of luck on what you're doing, and
Thanks
I'm sure
for having
we'll see
me.
each other around. And
absolutely, we're going to see a whole lot of each other.
All right, brother. Nice meeting you. See ya.
You're listening to the Live the Dream Media Network, Arizona's premier live podcast studio and online radio.
Thank you for listening to Live the Dream Media.
Does your ordinary radio feel a little limited? If you're looking for a new way to listen, it's time for a fresh start. Introducing the Live the Dream Media app, your premier destination and a new level up for digital radio. Over the last 2 years, we've found new ways to ensure your digital radio experience is the best it can possibly be. From live podcasts that spark new perspectives to a 24/7 soundtrack of live music, and even our built-in merch store. We've built a platform that is convenient, high quality, and simple to navigate. But we're only just getting started. Catch all of our
Marana and Oro Valley experience live today from the Marana Founders Day Parade and Festival. I am excited to be joined by James Allerton, who is one of the hardest working individuals I know and have ever met. And he's currently with 88 Crime, but you've been with some law enforcement agencies before.
I certainly have. Yeah.
So what do you say? What do you say to the folks right now that are watching and listening they don't know James?
Well, first of all, I got a really cool hat that says 88 Crime. One of the board members themselves picked out this hat, which is a really cool one.
Yeah.
Actually, it was David. David's on our board. Super excited to be
Shout out
here.
to Branded Bills.
Oh yeah. Nice hats. I actually have a couple that Branded Bills made. So
nice.
Giving them some love today. Hey. So I am a retired law enforcement officer. I was a law enforcement in the Air Force. I worked for the Sheriff's Department, retired from the Tucson Airport Authority Police Department, which is an independent law enforcement agency. I was a detective at the Sheriff's Department and at the airport. And glad I got a chance to serve this community, got to serve the Tucson and Pima County area, and super glad that I still can serve with 88 Crime.
So what does 88 Crime do, James?
Well, to put it in a nutshell, 88 Crime takes tips completely anonymously that are shared directly to law enforcement through 88 Crime, and the people leaving the anonymous tips have the opportunity to potentially get a cash reward, again, completely anonymously.
It's amazing. How long have you been with the organization now?
I think a month and a half.
What compelled you to, what made you want to?
I work directly for the county attorney's office, and Pima County Attorney Laura Conover asked me if I would come on board with 88 Crime. She put it as, why don't you consider that? I'm like, well, I would love to consider that. I know that it's a great organization. It's a 501c3, so kind of interesting how I'm employed with the county attorney's office, but I work with the nonprofit organization, the nonprofit board, and it's been a great time so far. I've been familiar with 88 Crime because, of course, being a detective, we've investigated tips from 88 Crime, so it's kind of a full circle sort of thing, and I'm excited to be able to do it.
Well, we appreciate the work that you do, James, and are you staying cool here? It's pretty hot. It's toasty.
I'm a little warm right now, but great event. I always love the Founders Day event, and I got to be in the parade with Strength and Shield, so that was a lot of fun too.
Yeah, nice, nice. I didn't know you got on the float, huh?
Oh yeah, you didn't see me?
No, I did not.
I was the one with the red shirt on.
Stuff.
So.
Oh well, I should have. Yeah, I might have moved before. I was focused on the fire truck because it's just so big.
Oh well, I did give the firemen some 88 Crime policeman head pins because I knew it'd make them feel better to have one of those.
Yeah.
But super excited to see all the folks out today, all the Marana people. I was able to connect with a number of the Marana officers who, of course, I know most of them, and just great to see them and great to see what they're doing out here.
Isn't it awesome seeing all these young families out here?
Yeah, that's very cool. And speaking of that, you just had Robert on. I saw his kid wander by behind you while he was talking. I thought he might jump in. I was like, oh, there's Robert's son. How
Guest
about that?
Appearances. Yeah. Well, James, it's been a pleasure having you on. We thank you for what you're doing. And if somebody needs to relay information anonymously, what's the best way to do it?
88crime.org. You can go on there. You can see how you can either call us or add a tip through the website, or there's a P3 Tips app. But you can find it all at 88crime.org. And again, everything is completely anonymous.
What's the rest of your plans this weekend? You got anything cool?
I'm going to go inside. I don't, so we haven't turned our air conditioner on yet.
Today's the day.
I think I might go home and do that. So there we go.
How?
Well, we cool the house down at night, and then by the time it starts getting warm, you're like, it's almost nighttime.
You're one of those. What do they call it? The net zero heroes?
Not me. It's all my wife. She's the frugal one. So.
Oh well, James, thank you so much for coming on.
Hey, thanks,
we appreciate
David.
it.
Yeah,
we'll
always
see
glad
you soon.
to see you.
We'll have you back in the studio. All right, we'll be right. And we will have some more guests. It looks like we got Mayor John Post in the lineup, and then a gentleman named John Winchester who is running for State House spot. Stay tuned.
88 Crime keeps our community safe and your identity a secret.
One anonymous tip could stop a crime, and you could get rewarded with cash.
Let's stop the silence on crime and strive for a safer community. Contact 88 Crime or visit 88crime.org.
All right, welcome back to the Marana and Oro Valley Experience here, broadcasting live from the Marana Founders Day Parade and Festival. It is a toasty one, but we are thankfully in the shade. And there's been this this wind, this little breeze that has saved us, which is, we really appreciate it. But I got another guest here with us. It's John Winchester. And John, you're running for something. What are you? We're not talking a marathon. We're talking politically. What do you got going on?
I am running, and I usually don't run unless someone's chasing. But I'm running for the Arizona House of Representatives in LD17. That covers Marana, east to Oro Valley, over the mountain and Tanque Verde Valley, Rincon Valley, Vail, and a sliver of East Tucson, up to Houghton.
What compelled you to get into this race? Brother, what's going on?
Well, I've been in politics since I was in high school.
Oh, wow.
I've worked a lot of campaigns, got really passionate about government, and I got my master's degree in public administration, and I've worked at government institutions at the University of Arizona, Arizona State University, so I'm passionate about good government.
Yeah.
And I think, so it was always a question of when, more than why. I mean, I feel very much inclined towards having that kind of impact. Public policy. I've got 4 kids now, man.
Yeah.
Born and raised here in Tucson and the greater Pima County area. And I want to make my community a place that's sustainable for them to live here as well.
Yeah.
Tucson and Pima County, the tongue-in-cheek thing to say is that our greatest export is our young. People graduate high school. They may even go to college here, but they end up moving to find work.
I was just having this conversation with Robert.
That's the way it is. My job is in Phoenix. I live and work here in Pima County, but my job is based out of Phoenix, in the Phoenix market.
Right.
We just don't have the economic viability for young people, middle and people that are in the middle stages of their career to thrive here. And I'd like to change that.
Yeah. So how do you change that? What has to happen?
So Tucson, first of all, I love Tucson. This is home, man. My family lives here. My siblings, my cousins. I've got a lot of deep family here. My community's here. Been involved in the community for a long time. But Tucson does have some issues. There's conflict. Essentially, the conflict is between a group of folks that want Tucson to stay small, and there are really 2 camps in there, and people that need Tucson to expand a little bit. We need economic prosperity. We need economic viability. And we struggle in that area. One of the big reasons we struggle is in our economic environment. It's hard for middle and large companies to move here.
Oh yeah.
We don't want, and in a lot of cases, electeds don't really want them here.
Right.
We saw that with Project Blue, and I'm not trying to support data centers. I'm trying to say that the model there, one of the big reasons people came out against it, particularly on the left, was they don't want large corporations here. The problem is that we are a community with a lot of small businesses. Small businesses need medium and large businesses to sell their products to.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we just don't have that reciprocal economic environment. And so we need that to grow. Local community, city of Tucson, Marana's phenomenal. Oro Valley, phenomenal. Great communities around Tucson, but the largest part of the county is the city of Tucson. And they fight growth, man. They fight it. And so we have to do something to kind of kickstart that.
Yeah. Hey, Malik, can you guys turn that walkie-talkie off? I don't know what y'all are picking up there on the feed there. So talking about trying to slow growth, we're starting to see that bleed into this region over here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think we saw a couple projects try to go through, and there was a lot of noise in regards to them. And particularly the downtown project was one that really, I think a lot of people were just like, whoa. I mean, you're inviting the opportunity for economic development and growth, families being able to have a good time, not having to drive so far to enjoy things, right?
Yep.
That necessary foundation for some more support for bigger companies like you were talking about. So that kind of stuff's really weird, and you can't help but go, well, that's concerning.
That is.
And you have to ask, like, what's the real agenda behind it? Which I don't know, but just something I've seen was a project like that. You're going, wow, that's really crazy.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
So I agree with you. I mean, first of all, if we can just stop and just consider where the town of Marana was 10 years ago.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, the amount of intentional growth and intentional infrastructure that the council has put in to make sure that growth in the future. I remember sitting with Mayor Ed, God rest him, in that building right there in his office.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I said, this is probably 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I said, Ed, no, it was 4 years ago. I had just started in my current role. And I said, Mayor, what keeps you going? Like, what do you do? And he said, you know, John, I want to make sure that when I'm done, the path has been set for Marana's future growth. That's what drives me. That's what he wanted to make sure that the model, that the infrastructure, the things that were going to be important for guiding growth in the future. So it wasn't just sprawl. So it wasn't just, unmanaged. That the growth was strategically planned.
Right.
And he was telling me that, and I think he's left that legacy. We got a new mayor, we got a new council, we got council elections coming up, but that's the path that they're trying to stay on.
Yeah.
And that path has led us to tremendous infrastructural growth, tremendous planning, and that intentionality that the town has been looking for growth. And now you have these folks that are coming in, if I can say, a lot of them from out of town.
Yeah.
Like, go home.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, it's weird.
Why do you get a say here? So we have this thing where in America, we don't want taxation without representation. But what those town meetings were representation without taxation. People that didn't live here, they don't pay taxes here. They don't have any personal investment in the community, but they're coming here to try to force Marana into their line of thinking and their way of living in a place that they don't even live.
Yeah,
and
it's really
to the point that they were bringing out-of-town folks to come in and stir up trouble in Marana.
Yeah.
And that just is mind-boggling to me. Yeah. Absolutely mind-boggling. And so I think Marana, I believe that the town council has done a phenomenal job, I think they've been incredibly responsible. I think people like to live in Marana, and I think that that's a good sign.
Yeah.
If they didn't like to live here, like in Tucson, you would hear a different kind of, complaining and moaning. But people like living here, and people are going to continue to move here because it's heading in the right direction.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, John, it's been a pleasure. How do people reach out to you and help you out with your campaign?
I appreciate that. WinchesterForArizona.com. You can send me messages. Email me. I'll give you my cell phone number so people can call. 520-850-2287. Text me. Call me. I love connecting with residents. This is my hometown. I love talking about it. I look forward to representing their interests at the state legislature, where we often feel like we lose, Tucson and the greater region down here, Marana, Oro Valley. We don't get representation. We get kind of drowned out in the great state of Maricopa. I'm going up to represent our interests and our communities up there, and love to hear from anyone and everyone towards that end.
Well, I appreciate your time today.
Thank you,
it's
brother.
Great having you.
Appreciate
All right,
you.
We'll be back. We're going to take a little break. Stay tuned. Jump in when you feel like it. The live stream's going to keep going. And as always, we appreciate you listening and watching.
Looking for the best outdoor patio in Tucson? Look no further than St. Philip's Plaza at the southeast corner of River and Campbell, where you can sip on Tucson's finest collection of whiskey at Union Public House, brunch 7 days a week at Reforma Modern Mexican Mezcal and Tequila, and experience our newest restaurant, Proof, proudly serving house-made pasta and artisanal pizza. Enjoy live music and dine under the stars with Union, Reforma, and Proof. Join us at St. Philip's Plaza.
88 Crime keeps our community safe and your identity a secret.
One anonymous tip could stop a crime, and you could get rewarded with cash.
Let's stop the silence on crime and strive for a safer community. Contact 88 Crime or visit 88crime.org.
Hey, you found us on your feed. Are you wondering what Live the Dream Media does? I'm going to explain it to you. Let's go. First and foremost, Live the Dream Media is a premier digital advertising and marketing agency, but that's not all we do. We have also become one of the largest live streaming podcast platforms in the region with our own online radio station and more on the way. Here's the coolest part. Right now, I'm standing in Studio B, where we are getting ready to put together an awesome state-of-the-art studio to continue the growth of this platform. One of the coolest things about Live the Dream Media is we take pride in being flexible. We enjoy the ability to make changes on the fly. If Live the Dream Media is a company you feel interested in working with and want to enjoy the flexibility and all we have to offer with our new podcasting network and our digital advertising abilities, reach out to us at contact@ltdmedia.net, visit our website, livethedreammedia.com, or check us out on social media.
There's always something worth listening to on the Live the Dream Media Network. Catch Truth and Tell with Blair Lametti and Summer Smeaton on Mondays. Join Ron Arenas for Southwest Flavor every Tuesday and Thursday. Get honest on sobriety, spirituality, and sales with Mike Curry on Tuesdays. And don't miss the Clint Peak Show, airing at various times throughout the week. Plus music all day long. Live the Dream Media. Download the app on the App Store or Google Play and never miss a moment.
Hi, this is Sean McCluskey, co-owner and designated broker for Rincon Ventures. If you're a rental owner by choice or by accident and you're looking to hire or change property management companies, consider Rincon Ventures. We employ an aggressive web-based advertising strategy to market your rental. We thoroughly screen prospective tenants and conduct routine property inspections. Our online system gives tenants the ability to pay rent and file maintenance requests instantly over the web. Our owners can use the same system to instantly check on their properties. Call Rincon Ventures at 881-2258 or visit us on the web at rvprop.com.
Hey, we are back with Move, Live the Dream, Marana Founders Day. No Founders Day live stream would be complete without Mayor John Post.
Well, hello, Clint. Thank you
How you
very
doing,
much.
buddy?
I'm doing really well.
You looked great on that fire truck a while ago.
Well, I also had a float of my own. So
And-
I did one laugh with the fire truck with the council members, and then I jumped on a float that the Marana Pumpkin Patch had put together.
Well, I didn't see that. You know
I'm
why?
a little concerned that you guys didn't
I
get
got
any
I got
photos of
I got
that.
bad information on that.
Yeah, I probably didn't let you know. Somebody out there has got some photos of it.
Yeah. Well, that's a shame because
it was a cool float. I put a train on there, a locomotive, an old tractor, and a pumpkin on a trailer.
So right now we're doing a call out for who's got video or a picture
right.
of
that going
of the
around.
patch,
Yeah.
and the float that was in there.
And I brought 2 giant totes of candy, and I gave one tote away on the fire truck with the rest of the council, and then the next tote I gave away when we went around the next
You were
time.
throwing the other way. I was on the wrong side of the street.
You were
for
on the wrong side because I had some quality candy.
Yeah.
It was really good.
That was cool.
I mean, it did start to get a little melty towards the end, but it was good. It was fun.
You know those people right over
Yeah,
there?
my daughter and
Yeah,
grandson.
there they go.
They're walking. They're trying to avoid eye contact so we don't make them come over here.
Yeah, she already ran. That's what Tony was just. She was. I mentioned podcast. She goes, "I'm ready to go." I'm like, "We're live right now." She's like, "I'm out of here."
You know what? This has been a great Founders Day. I know it's been hot. I mean, really hot.
Yeah.
But from the town perspective, I think it was very well run.
Yeah.
I think it was very well put together.
I thanked your Shelby and the crew over there a while ago. They did a fantastic job.
It's just hot.
And you know what, though, John Officer said it a while ago. We live in the desert.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's early for it to be 100, but it's
Right.
still.
Yeah,
We deal with a lot of 100-degree days here in the desert.
You know, and as long as you're in the shade.
Yep. Yeah,
get
with a
by.
little breeze.
Yeah. We'll get by.
Hey, I had Mayor Tom Murphy on a few
Oh,
minutes ago.
my buddy. Love
yeah,
Tom.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Love Mayor Murphy.
We talked about how much we love you. And you know what? The synergy there with Tom from Saurita and you guys, and you're for me, it was always the kingpins of what was going on here. Saurita, Oro Valley, and Marana.
So it's really.
So let's talk 418 just a little bit, and
Okay.
419,
All right.
because that's kind of where Tom jumped
Right.
off. It's huge for
Well,
the
and-
region as a
and-
whole, but it's really huge
It
for
is
those
huge.
towns that we just mentioned.
And we couldn't have done it without Oro Valley and Saurita.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been possible. I mean, just to get Mayor Murphy and Mayor Winfield to help get that.
Yeah.
Because a year ago, we didn't have a plan that we felt comfortable with taking to the voters.
Right.
And so, we really worked hard to make sure that we had a plan that the voters could feel good with, a plan that we could get across the finish line.
Tom alluded to the fact that 5 years. Took 5 years. Oh, real quick, while I'm thinking about it, congratulations on your appointment to chairman of PAG.
Chairman of PAG, Pima Association of Governments.
Yeah.
That's a great position that'll really benefit the community, the town of Marana.
And Tom's the chairman of
And Tom's the
RTA
chairman
Next,
of
which is
RTA,
huge to have.
And he's, and he's got a lot of experience.
Yes, he does.
Tom has a lot of experience. He's been there for a while, so he knows. In fact, I think he might now that
He's the longest tenured of that bunch.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
And so he knows where all the skeletons are. Not that there's skeletons.
Oh, there's a
but,
few, but
I'm sure there's a few. But
he knows where all the speed bumps are.
He
no
knows
pun
where
intended.
all the speed bumps are. And he's so very good at what he does. And you know what? I really believe. I just love the way he leads.
Yeah, we talked about that. We talked about his. Again, personal friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm going to.
Right.
And you know what I'm going to say next. But Tom, genuine leader.
Absolutely.
John Post, genuine leader. Our late friend Ed Honey, genuine leader. Matter of fact, somebody was going a little south on Ed yesterday.
Oh,
and
that's not good.
I made a real quick comment, and then I let it lie because
Of course, you've seen me go after people that have gone south on Ed.
Boy, that is,
I will.
Yeah,
I will get in the middle of it when people.
I asked them to explain themselves, and they elaborated. They gave me a long tap dance and I thought, well, obviously they're not going to address the issue, and they know I've called them on it. So,
which really explains one of the reasons that Ed Honey and Mayor Murphy were such good, close friends, because they really operate under the same principles. And so we're as a region, we're very fortunate to have leaders as Mayor Murphy leading the RTA, because what we want to do is we want to make sure that the RTA just really pushes forward hard. We have a lot of work to get done. Just think of spending $2.5 billion in the region.
And that's just the locally collected money. Really, the number is bigger than that because of state funding, federal funding. I don't know what that number is. And you know what I found? And I found a lot of people, especially a lot of my neighbors in Oro Valley, and people in general, Tucson. A lot of people thought it was going to punish Tucson by not voting for this. And I'm like, no, we're punishing ourselves. Do you like the new Tangerine Road? Do you like Cotero? Do you like?
How about Thornydale?
Thornydale. That's what I actually meant. That's what I meant. Thornydale, La Cañada, La Cholla.
How about
all these
Silverbell?
were huge. Silverbell. These were huge improvements that benefited the Oro Valley community.
Oh, absolutely.
So overlook some of there's some weeds. People got caught up in the weeds, and they didn't look at the big, like so often, John, these buzzwords, especially the opposition, the buzzwords, well, there's more to this story than that.
Right. Yeah, so you mentioned Tucson. I think a lot of people are upset that Tucson continues to want to fund free transit. And,
my hands up.
they're actually doing their share of that out of their own budget.
I know they are.
And so, yes, RTA does fund some transit, but the free portion is coming out of the city of Tucson's
And if that's how
budget.
they want to spend their money,
that's exactly
one of nine.
Right. That's exactly right. If they want to spend their money giving free bus fare, which I totally disagree with.
Me too. Because you know why on the buses, just real quick? There are adjusted rates for people that there's always been adjusted rates.
Yeah.
You can qualify for free, you can qualify for a discounted rate, or you can pay the full fare.
Well, and there's a reason why we here in Marana call it the crime bus, is because, people further in Tucson get on that bus for free, ride it out to Marana, shoplift, get back on the bus, and disappear. And so that's why we affectionately call it the crime bus out here in Marana. I'm assuming everybody else does, but I don't know that. I know what I call it.
Hey, we're moving into election season.
Yes.
Hot and heavy. I just did the math. This make you 122 days from right now, as we speak, is election day.
Wow, that's coming fast.
And I'm trying to encourage, especially some of these newer candidates that maybe this is their first rodeo. That's going to fly by.
It is. It is.
Keep your powder dry is not a rallying cry we should be using right now.
And
you've read, I don't know how many, you've got.
Yeah, I've got a few under my belt, and I'll tell you what, campaigns, election season is not fun.
No.
But I am going to run a clean campaign.
Yeah, you are.
I am going to run a campaign of what Marana is all about.
Yeah.
What the good things in Marana, because, to me, everything is going fantastic in Marana. And so I'm not going to run a campaign of what's wrong with Marana or what I'm going to fix. I'm going to run a campaign that's based on all of the good things in Marana. And I think people want to hear about that. I don't necessarily think, I hope that people don't want to be beaten down with everything that's bad about Marana.
How about that?
Oh, great.
If you got problems, let's talk about them. But you know what I love?
I know everybody's not, I know it's not perfect, but there's so much more good in Marana than there is bad. I'm going to focus on the good.
You know what Tom talked about? Attitude. He talked
Yeah.
about attitude. Attitude creates your altitude, and no one wants to be around people that are just constantly negative.
No.
Or at least I don't.
I truly, honestly believe that Marana is a great place to live. I believe that our growth has been handled very well. I believe that we're welcoming more and more families all the time.
Yeah.
We're growing, and people want to live here. They want to be here, and that's what I'm going to focus on in my campaign.
I love your social media. You're talking about your favorite restaurants, your the skate parks, things like that. That's what.
Well, thanks for bringing that up, Clint, because right away I figured out that people don't want to view negative content.
Yeah, they don't.
All of my positive content has just really taken off, and people enjoy it. They want to hear about it. And again, I love Marana. I think Marana is doing fantastic.
Well, you were born and raised here. This is your. This
is my hometown. This is our hometown.
Yeah.
You know, my last campaign I ran on my hometown, but it's changed to where it's our hometown. There are so many people here that have moved here because I get comments all the time. Hey, I love Marana because it feels like my hometown.
Well, full disclosure, we don't live. Right? Like Ed, you say, Clint, you live in Marana, you sleep in Oro Valley. True, that's true. We've run a business almost the full time. We've been here 25 years. We've been in business 21 years.
You guys have spent almost more time in Marana building your business over the years than you have. I mean, the kind of business that you operate takes so much time. You spent a lot of time in
especially
Marana.
earlier in our career. It was a lot of 18-hour days. And David, full disclosure, lives in the county. He lives kind of like in that spot between Oro Valley, Marana, and the county.
I'll give you guys a pass.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I love, and I've actually shared this with people, I really care more what happens in Marana than I do Oro Valley.
Yeah.
I just do. I'm starting to care a little more about it because I think there's room for us to grow together, Oro Valley and Marana, and the best way to do that is make sure we've got
dog.
Isn't that?
Holy cow.
That's big enough.
Hi, how are you?
That
I'm
dog
doing
is big
very
enough to
well.
ride.
That is the coolest dog I have.
And hey, look at the feet.
Oh, yes, he has his shoes on.
And matches your yellow.
He has his shoes on. That is cool.
And your glasses.
So I got to ask you, the first time you put those dog shoes on, how fun was that? Oh, did he do
the first time?
Yeah. That is so cool.
Hey, are you getting him? No, he's showing.
Yeah, we got to show this dog on the camera.
See if we can get this dog right here. Yeah, we're not going to.
Hi. Oh my gosh. That is the coolest dog. Look at this dog. Okay, there he is. There he is. That is the coolest dog.
Hey, Tony, can you tilt the camera down just a little bit?
Oh, you're so friendly.
Which camera is it?
Yes, you are.
Tilt it down just a little if you can.
Mama
We're
says
live,
I'm
guys,
special.
just so you know. We're going to show you the feet.
So I put some shoes on my dog. It was hilarious. It was so
fun putting them on, yeah.
Well, watching him try to walk.
Just getting them on it was
fun.
Look at here.
It was funny.
Look at there. He's
That is
live.
so cool. All right, now he's a
star.
podcast star.
He'll be doing a book signing.
You're famous, baby.
You're famous.
He'll be doing a book signing.
Good to see
here
you
in a
guys.
few
Take
minutes.
care.
Look at there. Look at this.
Oh,
you know
here
these
comes
guys
some
right
more
here?
people. We got one that's upset. We got Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And come here. What's the matter?
Come here. He wants
to play. A toy.
A toy?
Yes, of course he does.
Of course. What kind of toy?
You don't want to be on camera?
What kind of toy?
It doesn't matter what kind of toy.
Come here.
He's 5.
Just a toy. Yeah. Just any toy.
He wants all the toys.
Look at here. Look at here. Looking good, dude.
This is Lane. Got his
Looking
face
good.
painted.
Have you got his face?
Done? Yeah. Oh, you're gonna be shy.
Hey, look
now.
at David right there. He's gonna
Look
get a
at David
picture
right
of you.
there.
Look at that.
Yeah.
You got it? Oh yeah.
Oh,
Look
you're
at
a
that.
good guy.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
Good to see
You
you.
gonna stay with me?
Hey, you know what? Right here, this is a picture. This is the moment of in time of Marana. This is what it's family.
That's my name tag.
Yeah, and where you at?
So,
Where you guys at?
you know, I think I have mentioned this many times. I am not doing this for myself. I'm doing this for my family, my neighbors, the people that have.
You're doing it for my kids too. We're trying to get them to
my kids, my grandkids. I want to make sure that my grandkids continue to live in Marana.
Yeah.
They have a place to work. They have a home.
Yeah.
And so that's really important.
Good jobs,
to me.
good education.
Good jobs, good
safe.
education, safe. All of those things that are important to a community.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I'm able to provide.
Because you know what? A lot of people say this. John won't say it, but I'll say it for him. He doesn't have to be the mayor of Marana. But it's important that the legacy, the family, the leadership. I mean, this is all about leadership. I've said it numerous times to people that I know, Craig Coulter and people like that. At our age, we could set it out.
Yeah.
But that would, to me, that's irresponsible as people that want to influence our community for our kids and grandkids.
Well, you know, I'm 56, so and have worked very, very hard in my lifetime, and so I could retire right now.
Yeah.
I could go
rock
do
on
something.
a boat, go ride your dune buggies over
you know, so but I want to leave Marana in such a fashion that my kids and my grandkids can continue to live here.
Hey, real quick, we've got Topo Chico in the cooler, and I got a bottle opener, so let's go.
He has that in the cooler, right?
That has been such a... Hey, you know what? The cool thing is, and I'm sorry we missed the patch, the
float. They didn't see our float.
We missed it. I got bad information.
That was my fault.
That it was not happening, and it was cut.
That was actually my fault because I had David texted me and said, hey, let me know when you're coming around. So I told him the first time I was coming around, but I didn't tell him the second time I was coming around.
Because he'll get you one.
He really wants you to have one of those ones.
Hey, well, I was telling him the story with Mike at Shamrock. I was going to get my own in the car, and he goes, I got sparkling water. I'm like, what do you got? He goes, I got Topo Chico, and I'm like,
I didn't know you got those from Mike.
Well, no, not those, but he had some in the refrigerator.
Really?
Yeah, you know you're gonna have to start stocking those at the patch.
What'd he say?
We went and got them for me.
Does he sell them? Does Shamrock sell them?
I bet they. Why else would he have?
You know, this new Shamrock moving in down here, we're gonna be able to just show up over there.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be cool.
That is gonna be really neat.
See, that's part of the new. What are they building right there on the corner? Can you say?
Where?
Right there where the warehouses are. There's a new one.
That's Shamrock.
Is that Shamrock going in there?
So last week I had the opportunity to meet with a company from Taiwan, and they have a tech park in Taiwan, and they want to move that to Marana.
Oh man!
It was it was actually pretty cool because they don't know the lay of the land, and so they heard Phoenix is the place to be.
Yeah.
But because they had not done business in the U.S. before, they had some friends, and one of their friends is a professor at the U of A that lives in Tucson, and he told them, hey, you guys don't want to go to Phoenix.
Yeah, come here.
Your people will be much happier if you move to specifically Marana.
Right.
And so I'm meeting with all these people from Taiwan, and it was a great meeting. So this particular company, what they do is they're into water reclamation. So they clean water.
Well, that'd be welcome in the desert, wouldn't it?
They clean water that they have a patent on technology that cleans water that comes out of these plants.
Amazing.
And so that's what they do. But they also have a bunch of partners that they work with.
Those are jobs we need. Just kind of drifting a little bit. This isn't Marana specific, but it's talking about growth.
So everybody heard that for the first time, right?
Right here. And when did you talk to them?
This last week. I forgot to tell you guys.
This is on the cutting board right here. But right now in the United States, there is a need for 500,000 electricians.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
That's what our son-in-law is. 500,000 because of data centers. And for the first time ever in the history of the United States, of course, data centers are a newer thing. Data centers are growing faster than new office buildings. The office buildings are sitting vacant. And we're like, well, maybe we need to start turning some of these office centers into data centers because of the growth.
I really think that we're going to have the opportunity to grow with jobs, the jobs that we truly...
Good paying jobs.
Jobs that work well for our community. I'm really excited about the future.
The next 5 years really is... Because here's what people, I think, don't... It's back to that, people get in the weeds.
Right.
Okay, a data center. There's like, here we are. But the data center brings all these other jobs.
Right.
As the nucleus to those other jobs.
So they will do that. And the other thing is that Marana, we're viewed also as a municipality, a government entity that has a process to bring a company here.
Right.
And so those companies just want to know what the rules are.
Yeah.
What are the rules? What do we need to do to bring our company to your community?
Well, you're a business owner. You have been for your whole adult life, right?
Right.
Isn't that really what?
Yeah.
That's all I want.
So they
Tell
want
me
to know
what the rules
what's
are.
it going to take
for
me to
That's
get
all I
up
want.
and running and make money. That's the
And don't
bottom
move the
line.
goalposts on me
Don't
once
move
you
the
do it.
goalposts. Don't change it when I walk in the front door. Tell me what the rules are. I'll live with the rules.
Yeah.
But I need to be up and running and making money.
Exactly. Okay, they're giving me this.
Wrap
Hey,
it up.
I only sort of listen when they do that, John. Just
all
so
right.
you know.
Wrap it up.
Hey, what else? Hey, I don't want to leave anything.
You know what? Next year, I promise it won't be near as hot for Founders Day. How about that?
Hey,
you guys count on that.
Yeah.
You reelect me as mayor, and next year will not be as hot as it was this year.
Guaranteed.
That's
John,
an election
I'm
promise.
gonna say it out loud. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna make it.
I think I can guarantee
you
that
100%.
election promise.
This is the hottest.
Don't tell anybody that.
This
It will be cooler.
It will be definitely cooler.
Next year.
Last
than
year
it
we
is
were
this
bundled
year.
up.
Guaranteed.
I
Promise from the mayor. Right there.
We had our sweats on. I've got pictures. We were all bundled up. In the middle of the day, we were bundled up. Well, I just love this guy. I love your family. I love everything about this. Real quick, come on over here to Marana. 39 is the average medium age in Marana.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yes. This is
39. That's amazing. See, that's why you have so much work to do. Is we got to protect that for these younger people.
You know, people want to come. They want to have a job. They want to live somewhere that they feel like they're investing in my house. I have a job. I can go out and I can have good roads, clean parks. My kids can go play t-ball, baseball, football. That's what we're providing for our community.
And if you're over 39, you want to move the area, come on over to Oral Valley. We got room for you 55 and olders.
Thanks, Clint.
Hey,
Appreciate
thank you, John.
it, buddy.
Appreciate it, man. Love you.
All right.
Hey, guys, thank you. We're going to take another really quick commercial break, and we'll be back shortly. I don't know who's in the hole, but we're done. We're done. We're out of here. Thanks, you guys, for joining us, and put it on your calendar next year.